And welcome back, Mixtapers. I, as always, am your host, Punky Bruiser. With me, as always, Dylan, how we doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, living life, not cursed. So
yeah, same,
feeling good.
Same.
Feeling good.
Had a good couple of weeks off, but it feels good to be back.
Yeah, nice and loose and limber, all loosey.
Loose and limber. We can see if we can remember how to do this. But Mixtapers, we are honored to introduce tonight, all the way from Toronto, Canada. I'd like you all to make some noise for Eric from The Curse Within. How we doing?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Doing good. I'm fighting a little bit of a summer cold. But doing the best I can. For the Mixtapers that might not be familiar, we've played you guys over the last couple of years, but it's the first chance we've got to sit down with you. Super excited that you could do this. But for the folks at home that may not be familiar, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about the band.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Eric. I sing and play guitar in the band. Started the band in high school, so that would be around like 2013, 2014. Just started off kind of as a casual thing, and then maybe around 2020 we decided we were going to really start pushing for it, and then that's kind of just when everything sort of took off from where it did. Music wise, sound a little bit like 2000s metal, I guess you would say, mixed with maybe pop punk. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I got.
That's all you got. That's it. End of interview. All right, let's wrap it up. And I think that's what kind of first attracted to me to you guys, besides the beards. As being someone that's played in metalcore and deathcore bands, especially in the early 2000s, I mean, those bands are always going to be near and dear to my heart. But you guys definitely have an early 2000s sound, but kind of modern. You're modernizing it a bit. Like you said, you mix in pop punk a little bit, which I think is a lot of fun. You guys got really great verses, but you're also heavy as fuck, which we really enjoy. So you formed in high school.
Yeah, we started off. So I went to an art school with the other two members, Matt and Andres. And so at first it was me and Matt, and then Matt's the bass player. Andres is the other guitar player. And we started off just like doing shows like at school, because they would do this like thing every month where you could like audition to play like a song or like whatever the fuck, right? So we started off doing that, and then towards the end of high school I just started writing music, and then that's actually when we recruited Andres, was towards the end of high school, and then I just kind of went from there. But we weren't doing, I mean, it was really kind of just like a casual for fun thing up until about like 2019, 2020-ish, is when we really started like pushing and trying to make a career out of it. So yeah, I'd be really sad if I've been grinding it for fucking almost 10 years and this is only where I am, but
yeah,
hasn't been that long.
No, and definitely the work definitely shows. Now, as you guys were building up to that, were you like in other projects before that, or in like kind of doing different things and playing out?
I think Andres was in other stuff before that, but not me ever. No, this was always kind of my thing that I started, and then everyone else started contributing to it in terms of like music and stuff like that, like afterwards. But the inception of it was kind of just like I was always doing my own thing and just pulled people into what I was doing. So yeah, and it's still kind of like that. Like I write other stuff too, just like for fun or for whatever. I have like a pop punk side project, I guess. That's just me. It's just like me writing whatever, I want to do. So I usually end up being kind of the center of that versus like joining other people to do stuff.
It's kind of a lot of like what Dylan does here. Yeah, I know, right? It's very comparable. I mean, with Endless Holiday, that's your baby. You've pulled in other people, but kind of doing the pop punk thing, alt rock, and you guys get a lot in common on that, don't you? The trials and tribulations that come along with manning that type of project.
And like, I mean, one of the things too with doing stuff like that, I always feel like when you want to write stuff that's like of mixing genres together, or like using whatever genre, whatever basically feels natural to you, do you feel like it's easier to write what comes naturally, or if you like, do you try to like target like a sound before you write?
well, this is kind of like on a larger point, but I was thinking recently about like how a lot of bands kind of mix genres now, or just kind of like make whatever. Like Bring Me the Horizon is probably a good example of that. Like every single song they do is just kind of different. And so I'm debating whether I kind of just start doing that with this band and like not worry about like trying to do like another side project or do this or do that, just because you're multiplying the amount of work you have to do for anything, right? It's better to like put it all into one thing. But yeah, I kind of just write what I want to, and before I was separating that, I guess, based off of where it loosely fit. But I think I'm gonna stop doing that and kind of just releasing everything under this band. But yeah,
I think that
no specific intention when I write stuff usually.
And I feel like that's always like that brings out like the best in you, because you're writing what you want to write as opposed to like feeling like you need to be within like one box, you know, like I always like a band that can jump around from genre to genre and do pretty much whatever they want, because like when you put yourself in that box, I feel like it really can restrict you. So I kind of like that, like your idea of like, instead of doing a bunch of side projects, why don't I just put this all under one umbrella and just do whatever the fuck I want, pretty much, you know?
Yeah, for sure. In some ways, I wish that I maybe did stick more into like a specific umbrella, because I feel like when you're trying to break out, if you're doing something that's like maybe like 1 foot in 2 different worlds, or you're kind of doing a bunch of different things, like maybe it's harder to grab people. Yeah. So I don't know, but
I feel it's definitely a struggle with that, like trying to get the attention if you are all over the place. But I always feel like people always have like the best product when they're true to themselves. So I'm always going to be that guy that's like, yeah, let's blend everything together, and just like if it sounds good, and just run with it, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Totally agree.
You got to take that risk every once in a while, you know, because you might come up with something that's, like I said, truly unique upon yourself. But it is hard when you, especially now, it's so fucking different than how it was, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. There's so many fucking different hats you have to do, and if you add another project to it, you're literally just multiplying, like you said, Eric, like the work like a million times over.
Don't have enough heads for those hats.
Yeah, not enough heads for those hats. You only got 3 guys, and you're definitely doing a lot there. What's the name of the side project?
It's called Below the Standard. So it's on. I think I haven't released music in like maybe a couple of years. I have like stuff that I can't be bothered to finish. I'm just being lazy. But I think the last time I dropped something was 2021. But it's on like Spotify and all that stuff. And if you like The Curse Within, you'll probably like it, because it's fairly similar, maybe just like without the screaming, I guess. But I feel like the approach to songwriting is pretty similar. So,
hell yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
For sure.
I always love seeing when bands have different side projects. I mean, sometimes they're very similar. Sometimes it's like Elmer and Chances Are High, where it's like beat down deathcore, and then like the sweetest pop punk out there. There's like no crossover. I love it. I love seeing like when people have those different worlds. And for you, I think the big dichotomy is between you and your comedy. You have your music, and then you have your comedy, which is pretty fucking clear out of everything that you're doing on social media right now, is that you obviously have a sense of humor.
Yeah, I like to have fun, and I guess part of it came out of also as well, like trying to not do stuff that everyone else is doing on social media. Like how many fucking people just like post like guitar videos, like, or shit like that. I'm like, I've tried doing it and they don't really pop off. And then I figured like, I like to think I have a decent sense of humor. So I was like, I'll use that to my strength, and then just see if I can kind of win people over to checking this out afterwards. Which has its ups and downs. There's a whole like kind of strategy when you're going into like making content and stuff. Like, do you want to include your own music? Because then if it goes viral, like, your song's in the video, but then it's like, okay, but it's also way harder to like make something that's compelling when you're making it about your song versus doing something that's like funny, or like, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of still just throwing darts at the wall and seeing what sticks. But I think I'm getting closer to figuring out like when I'm going to be regularly like posting. But yeah, it's a whole kind of game. You got to game the system to get your stuff out there.
You really do. I mean, especially for us, where we do music and we do comedy. It's like the 2 big things that we do, and you just gotta try to find like that right niche for it. And there's nothing wrong with trying different shit out.
One thing that's definitely like obvious with all of that, no matter what, is that people love to laugh. So like any way that you can include comedy into anything, it's always it's always gonna work. I just feel like laughter is the universal like love of everyone. Like everybody loves to laugh, and if you don't love to laugh, then what's wrong with you?
It's a good introductory. I mean, when you're having a good, it drops your guard down a little bit. So when you're guard down, your mind is a little bit more open. So you're more willing to accept new and different things. So I think that's a great way to introduce and get yourself out there as a band. Is be like, yo, we're having a good time. We obviously don't take ourselves too seriously, and just come have a good time with us. That's the most important part. There's plenty of bands out there, and I won't name names, that take themselves way too fucking seriously. Trap. And they can fuck right off. Man, is this going to be like, how many weeks in a row can we make fun of Trapped? And it's all of them.
Man,
I want to.
they're
always
also
go.
so bad. That's the thing too. It's not even like all the politics and stuff aside, they're just not even fucking good.
Like if you had
About it.
one good song, you could possibly have a seat at the table. However, you're not even included in the conversation, Trap. So let's get the fuck out of here. All right?
Yeah, I could second that for sure.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm not feeling the best.
It's because they tried to insult me on the internet. Don't start a war with me. I'm coming for you.
Dylan's might have gotten a little bit of beef with some Chris online. Fuck that.
Yeah,
guy.
imagine having
really?
the name. Imagine having the name Chris Brown and being shittier than the other Chris Brown. You know, what everyone actually knows. You know, oof. Nobody likes you, white Chris Brown.
So glad I was clicking on that. Oh my god. Vape out my nose on that. Holy shit.
I'm glad I broke you on that one.
Oh god.
This one's for you, Trapped. This one's for you.
Oh shit. So I gotta say, like, you guys been killing it. The Papa Roach video is fucking so goddamn stupid and so funny. I don't know. I mean, all of us that grew up, like, I was, there in the early 2000s. I remember, when that first came out.
Yeah.
And then now they're appealing to new generations, like it or not, whatever. Take it as you will. You either like Papa Roach or you don't. I don't care. I don't care what you like, honestly, people. I care if you like the bands on our show. But the Papa Roach video fucking killed me. The fucking Slipknot Pirate video. Absolutely fucking stupid.
Yes.
But the one that fucking broke me out of all the fucking videos you put out recently is the fucking gamer girl pretending to fucking play, and then you pretend to play guitar over it. I don't know why, that fucking got me. As a gamer, and a guitarist, and a comedian, you hit all the big ones for me on that one. So, but that's the thing, is these remix videos, things like that, it's fucking huge right now, I wish somebody would do a remix of one of our videos without making fun of us. That's what I want.
I want to get made fun of. Make fun of me. Do it.
All right, make fun of Dylan. There we go. I'm a little bit more sensitive. Maybe because I don't feel good. I got a summer cold. But you guys you've been staying busy, putting out. You got an EP a year. You've got single every year. I want to kind of like start back at the beginning. You put out Seeking Vengeance, couple track EP there. I gotta say, listen to it many times when I first heard you guys. Condemned is still my favorite track off from it. It's fucking brutal. But what was the reception like when you guys first broke through that high school threshold to like actually getting your stuff online? What was the reception like?
Yeah, it's weird because so basically the chronology of the songs is kind of fucked up because we re-released it so many times. So Seeking Vengeance was originally a 4-track EP that came out in 2016, I think. And it was like a demo that, we recorded everything in like our basements, but like it was when we didn't fucking know what we were doing. So it sounded like shit, number one. And just the vocal performance I was unhappy with. But so that came out in 2016, I think, or maybe it was 2018. I can't even remember. But anyway, a long fucking time ago. Then we started dropping a bunch of singles, which like As Kingdoms Fall, Deliverance, Become, Heartless. We dropped all of those throughout like 2018, 2019. So the first EP was 2016. I just remembered. But yeah, so these singles came out 2018, 2019. Then we said, okay, well, we like all these songs, but like we kind of did them all like shit. So what are we going to do? So we decided then at that point to re-record Seeking Vengeance, add 2 songs to it, which were written but just never got recorded, and that was Condemned. We changed it a lot. The original Condemned was not good. But Condemned and Out of Time, we added to Seeking Vengeance. That came out in 2020. and then we re-recorded all of those singles and put them onto an EP, Heartless, and that came out in either 2021 or 2022. And then the new one, which is finally all like new shit that's not like re-recorded old shit.
Well, I think that's kind of important, man, especially when you've been in a project so long and you know that you've got these tracks and they're your darlings, and they're, you know, sometimes we gotta kill them and sometimes we gotta hold on to them, and I think you can clearly hear what was worth holding on and then bringing those singles over. And especially if you feel like you got unfinished business with a track, that's the fucking worst. I'm sure Dylan can attest to that. I mean, we've all recorded songs and gone back like 2 years later, be like, you know, we don't even play it that way live anymore, and I would fucking love to get a new version of it, you know? I think that's important, you know, because that way you can kind of lay to rest some old ideas and kind of make way for the new ones. So at this point now, where this is in the future, Eternity was just dropped little over a month ago at this point now, maybe a little bit more depending where we are in the future. It's hard to tell, summer cold. But so you're recording all of this yourself. Are you mastering too?
So me and Andres is our mixer and producer in the band. So we all kind of just track our own shit. Like, I'll do the vocals here. Sometimes I record the guitar. Sometimes he does. We have a drummer who's in America. His name's, his handle on Instagram is Frank the Smith. He's super good. He's not actually part of the band. He's just like a session drummer. But we pay him to, like, we write the drum parts and he records them all. And then after we have all the stems, like, we just send everything over to Andres and then he mixes and masters it and everything. Yeah. So yeah, it's all done in this basement, in this fucking dingy ass, dirty basement right now with my green screen set up here.
Dude, it's crazy how many hats that we all have to wear now of, you know, producer, you know, content creator, editor. Like I said, it's kind of changed, but at the same time, it's exciting because it's like, it's something new in music where the label, the dependency on a label isn't what it used to be to say 23 years ago. You know, I've mentioned this a lot, you know, the idea of $1 million contract of, you know, those days are long gone, you know, and it's hard where there's a lot of bands get taken advantage of by a lot of these labels and they end up having to pay in. You got to pay for tour, you got to pay for recording. Nobody fucking pays you to do anything anymore. It's almost more cost effective to do it yourself, you know, and if you've got somebody capable in-house that's, you know, can mix and master for you, that's the biggest thing, you know, that's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a learning process. Like, Andres has definitely, like, really come into his own kind of now, and he can, you know, make really good productions. Like, our earlier stuff he produced as well, and that's kind of like we had to go back and remake it, right? But, like, it's a learning process. At least, yeah, we have everything in-house. I've worked with outside producers before, and every time I've done it, it's come out like shit. The song that just came out 2 days ago, or I guess, I don't know, whenever this airs, yeah, like you said, like a month ago. We actually recorded that in 2020 with a producer, and for whatever reason, like, his idea of what it was supposed to sound like in ours just didn't line up, and like we went through like 2 months of like going back and forth. Finally, we get it back, and like it was so far off of what we wanted that we were just like, don't worry about it, and we just kind of cut ways with him. So we ended up re-recording it ourselves and putting it on this EP. But that was like the last time that I worked for the producer. But I've done it a bunch of times, like maybe 3 or 4 times. And every time, like, it just doesn't come out how I want it to. And then I was like, okay, well, you could just figure out how to do it yourself properly, or you can keep like wasting time and money. And that's not to knock the guy. Like, I'm sure he does a good job. Just like, you know, it didn't work out. But that just happens to me every single fucking time. So I said, fuck it.
Are you sure you're not cursed?
Yeah, I know.
You got an engineer curse there?
You know what's funny is that, like, we joke all the time and just say, like, the band is cursed. I feel like we do, like, have really shit luck with, like, a lot of stuff that just, like, happens to us or whatever, like, just having to do with the band. I mean, I'm not going to, you know, whatever, blame a curse because of the name. But, you know, we just joke around about that all the time. But, yeah.
You say maybe it started when your dad, Dave Grohl, skipped town on you.
Yeah.
He's been doing that to a lot of bands lately.
Yeah, this is not. Yeah, he's been hooking up with bands in Colorado. He's been hooking up with band moms in Toronto. Dave Grohl, you're a fucking scoundrel. You know, it's not the drums. You're the only thing you're beating on.
I get Dave Grohl quite a bit. I also sometimes I get Vic Fuentes from Pierce the Veil. I don't see that one as much, but I do see Dave Grohl. I get it like honestly once a day. Someone comments to me like, "What's Dave Grohl doing on my Instagram feed?" But I'll take it. Dave Grohl's a legend. So
Hell yeah.
I think there's something to that with your TikToks there. I think you could definitely lean into that.
Yeah, I should. You're right.
You know, do some like some Foo Fighters remix videos. Get yourself in there. Maybe do a Cursed Within version of a Foo Fighters song. Really fuck with them. You know.
Yeah, for sure. It could be like like Foo Fighters like Gone Metal or whatever. Yeah.
Foo Fighters Gone Metal.
This one's for you, Dad.
Yeah.
Got out for milk 34 years ago and he never came back.
Yeah, we can actually team up and we can do Beelzebub from Tenacious D, and I'll do Jack Black and you can be Dave Grohl. We can.
Oh,
I don't know that song.
Man,
the only Tenacious D songs I know are like the big ones. Like
you gotta look
Guitar
that
Hero and a couple of the other like poppin' ones, but
it's the finale to Pick a Destiny. Dave Grohl's the devil. Gotta look that one up. It's
yeah, I gotta watch
Hulu.
that.
It's on Hulu.
It is.
Yes. It doesn't sponsor us, but they could if we said their name enough.
Hulu. Yeah, I will go watch it on Hulu.
Yes,
yeah,
we suggest all of you
on Hulu.
Yes, Pick a Destiny streaming now on Hulu. Give us our money now, Hulu. Internet. So you guys should. That would be wild. We could recreate the song. You could do the drum solo. That'd be fucking killer. Jesus Christ. If you had to pick a Foo Fighters song to turn into a metal song, Dylan, what would you think would be a good idea?
Oh man, I mean, Monkey Wrench already has the energy.
Yeah, Monkey Wrench
you
definitely
can always
has the
throw
energy.
that in there. You could shred the fuck out of Monkey Wrench.
Yeah, Monkey Wrench is probably my favorite Foo Fighters song. Monkey Wrench slaps for sure. Certified banger.
It really is. I remember being a little boy and seeing the Learn to Fly tour because I'm an old man. And they opened with Monkey Wrench. I'm like, y'all didn't have to go and do that, but you did. Man. And I super appreciate it. That shit was wild. Yeah, I think that part, if at the end, the one last thing before I quit, that part, you could do the fast part, and then you could repeat it, drop it into a breakdown. You know?
Oh, shit,
One last thing before I quit. Like, just stagger it out. That would be fucking... That would be. We give out $1 million ideas here each and every single week. So this one's for you, Eric. That one's for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So I know that you guys haven't played a show yet because you're, like you said, you're working on different things and stuff. But if curious... Hypothetical situation. You're putting together your first show. You could pick whatever bill you want. Who are you putting on that bill? Where are you in support on it too? I want to know the perfect lineup in your head.
The support, bro. I'm the final band, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. You're gonna headline?
Yeah, event something opening for me, bro.
Yeah, let's
event
go.
Sevenfold opening for the Cursed Within.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I would just love to be on a bill with like all the bands that I love. You know, I think this would be like, you know, probably doesn't make sense, but I think it'd be awesome to play with Blink-182. They're like my favorite band of all time, so that would be really sick. But in terms of what actually would make sense, like it would be cool to be on a tour with like Killswitch Engage, Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium, As I Lay Dying, or you know, bands like that. Really, anyone like that. That whole kind of like 2000s metalcore vibes. Yeah, that's kind of my shit. You know that? Like I said, that and like 2000s and 90s punk is mainly what I'm into. So
I think you could totally open for Blink. I think if Blink has shown anything in recent years is that they'll let anyone fucking open for them. Any type of genre. They don't care what genre it is. They'll just let people they like open for them. So I think a Curse Within Blink-182 show would be fucking sweet because Blink's one of my favorites.
Curse 182.
Curse 182. There you go.
The
Blink Within.
So there we go. So
I'm in the process of recording. It's not done yet, but we're making a cover of "Damn It," like a metal version of it on Spotify.
Oh, let's go!
So.
I was just gonna fucking suggest that. I got all excited. I just scared my dog. He's so pissed. He was sleeping. I'm sorry, buddy. Holy shit! I was gonna say, dude. You could do like a whole friggin' like pop punk goes metal, and then you got Monkey Wrench on there. Now you got "Damn It."
There you go.
Whew. Oh, you get me all worked up right now.
Yeah,
you
me
get
too. I mean,
all
so-
worked up.
So you Blink-182 is one of your favorite bands, or your favorite band. They're my favorite band as well. And I noticed you did comment on my Kurt Angle Cup earlier, so that means you're a pro wrestling fan as well.
Yes,
So,
I am.
Got to know who's your favorite wrestler of all time.
Jeff Hardy, for sure.
Jeff Hardy. All right, that's a very very good answer. I'm very generic. I'm a Stone Cold Steve Austin or a Chris Jericho guy myself.
Oh no, they're both great though.
Yeah,
Kurt
oh,
Angle's
yeah.
up there. Kurt Angle's
Yep,
up there.
yep.
I love the Dudley Boys.
Oh, for sure.
I watched like late Attitude Era and like Ruthless Aggression, and then like I didn't really care about it at all again. Like I just forgot about it until maybe like 2 years ago when WWE started just posting like highlights and shit on YouTube all the time. And then it was like top 10 like Jeff Hardy Swanton bombs. I was like, man, I haven't fucking seen this in like 10 years. And then it just kind of like got me back into it. And now, like I don't watch every week or whatever, but like I definitely keep up on social media with like what's going on with everyone. So.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I followed through the Ruthless Aggression era all the way up through there, and then kind of fell off right around when Eddie Guerrero died, right around when I stopped watching heavily. And I got back into it probably around like 2014, 2015, and the past few years have been great. I mean, you got to acknowledge the Tribal Chief, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Got him right here. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
But yeah, it's great. I think Jeff Hardy is one of the craziest ones. Maybe you could even. I know we're gonna just keep suggesting covers for you. Do the Hardy Boys theme. Do the Hardy.
Oh, the Hardy Boys
man.
theme.
That's if there's like Breaking Glass and the Hardy Boys theme are like the two ways to like hype up any wrestling fan. You hear either of those two things and you're ready. You're just ready to go. Like that would be a good one. I want to hear a Hardy Boys theme from you now.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. I think there's a big resurgence in wrestling because it's gotten me excited over the last, even just hanging out with people that are like passionate about it. For me, I was, really, I got out at kind of the beginning of the Attitude Era. So for me, it was like 1990 to like 2001 was like my big, like my primo. I did see a match in 2004. I think it's the last time I ever saw live wrestling. But that was really exciting. I'd say I'm favorite wrestler. I'm a huge fan of the Ultimate Warrior. I love the Ultimate Warrior.
I'm surprised you weren't going to say Macho Man.
And it's Macho Man. I love that old school. I love the old school so much. But as far as like new one dudes, friggin' Roman Reigns. It's all about that legacy, that dynasty, baby.
The bloodline's here, baby.
The bloodline is here.
Yes.
Something about it. I don't know. I'd kill to go see wrestling again. And like, I think what got me excited is like seeing like the local circuit. I got a couple of buddies that did local circuit here in Maine and they made it over to AEW. So I'm like super proud of them. Big shout out to the Maine State Posse. I love you, Yasi. Love you guys. You guys are the best. And but the shit that like AEW's doing, like Butcher and the Blade, shout out Andy Williams. Whew. What's not to love about Andy fucking Williams? You got a friggin' ex-E-Tig guitarist gone wrestling. Fucking sold. Now, I think the perfect Curse Within show would be a hybrid wrestling event meets concert experience. And a lot of people are doing this now. They're having, they got stage set up as wrestling. I think that's what you need to do for your first show.
So fun.
Yeah,
dude, I'd be down.
Like,
those are fun shows. I was lucky to do one last year, Suitor Slam. That was a blast. Nothing like playing in like the whole time you're playing is a wrestling ring right there. It's like,
we get Avenged Sevenfold, and then we'll get No Effects as well. And we'll have Avenged Sevenfold cover No Effects or No Effects cover Avenged Sevenfold. It'll be a good time.
Didn't they do that? I swear they released
They did. Right? They did a cover of Linoleum. Yeah, so I was being smart about it. Fucking, you named a lot of near and dear to me, especially Killswitch. Growing up, being from Boston. Shout out, love you. I love you, Joel. I love Joel. We've known him for years. The boys in Killswitch, nothing but sweethearts, absolute gents. I think that was kind of my first thought when I first heard you guys. It was very reminiscent of like old Killswitch meets Blood Has Been Shed, which are two huge bands for me. So if I had to pick a show, I would also put Killswitch on that bill as well. You have Killswitch, Avenged Sevenfold, Blink-182, you guys. and we need like an absolute wild card. So let's have Bro Job open.
I'd be sick.
There it is.
That would get the fucking crowd moving right there. Oh shit. Now, I guess the ideal place would be Toronto. Well, obviously we just have everybody come to Canada. I mean, it's literally, it's the melting pot of Canada. It is the most diverse city in the world. And you've got poutine, you know?
Yes, we do.
And can I smoke weed in Canada too?
Yeah, everywhere, basically. It's like smoking a cigarette here. I think there's some places where like you can't, like on private property, but anywhere like public, like you can.
It's like that in New York too, and it's fucking amazing.
Honestly, so I'm in Maine, and I've been really campaigning for Canada to adopt Maine. I call us Little Canada. So if you got anybody up in the Parliament there that you could help us out with that and get that adoption process going, that'd be fucking great. So, oh man, this has been a fucking blast. I gotta ask, we got the EP out. What's next for y'all? What can we expect here in the future?
Next thing to come out is probably this Damn It cover. And then, I don't know. We're working on a bunch of new stuff, so none of it's done yet. But we're trying to speed up the idea to being on Spotify timeline. So hopefully soon.
Hell yeah. And I know we were talking behind the scenes about some videos and stuff like that, but, you know, the second we get that kill switch of N7-fold Blink-182 Bro Job bill meets, I guess it will be I guess we can call it, the Thunder in Toronto. We're trying to think of when we can have, like, the WWE come. What's wrestling in Canada? Do you have a Canadian wrestling league?
There's local things here that like I just follow on Instagram that do like crazy stunts and stuff. I haven't been to one, but like no, there's no like Canadian thing. Like it's kind of just like I think everyone tries to go to the WWE.
Yeah, just a bunch of big independent scenes.
Can we start our own league then?
Yeah, we could.
Let's just start our own league.
I want to wrestle too, though.
I want to wrestle too so bad. I want to
wrestle.
wrestle.
Also be on that though. I got to be doing both.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So all right, it's we're gonna start the MFL. That's the Mixtape Federation League, the MFL, and I guess we'll start operations in Toronto and in Portland, Maine. That makes sense. Eric, you're gonna be ambassador to all of Canadian relations, so you're in charge of scouting and putting together the Canadian team. Easy enough. You got it. Don't worry about it.
I'll work on it.
And we'll start working on the U.S. team. And then we will have a U.S. versus Canada for the Thunder in Toronto, tentatively 2024. Blink-182 is going to be there. Killswitch Engage, Bro Job, and Curse Within headlining. Perfect. We nailed it. We got it all fleshed out. And like they say in Wayne's World, if you book it, they will come.
It's true.
If you book it, they will come.
Yeah, I mean it's never worked for me yet, but I believe it.
Hey,
this is the time. Now is the one that works.
This is the one. This is the time that works. So, hey, Mark, Travis, Tom, get your fucking asses to Canada. What's gonna go July? What's Canada Day? July 2nd?
First.
Yeah, let's go July 1st, Canada Day. July 1st, 2024. What's the biggest arena in Toronto?
Scotiabank Theater.
Cool. Scotiabank Theater. All right. So we got a location. We got a date. We got July 1st. We got the bands. And you know what? It's going to be a free show. It's going to be a free show. All ages. And we encourage you. There will be a weed drop-off box at the gate. And we encourage you all to bring weed for myself. And I could potentially share it with the other guys.
Potentially. If there's enough.
If there's enough, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Eric, this has been a fucking blast. Really glad you can come and hang out with us tonight. We're really excited to see what comes next. I mean, you've been with us for so many years now, and honestly, I don't know what took so long to have you come and sit with us. Probably all the weed I smoked, but we're glad that you're here now. So thank you so much for coming to hang out with us, man.
Yeah, of course, guys. It was a good time.
Oh, definitely come chill anytime. Obviously, we will be there July 1st. I'm gonna have my secretary reach out, and we're gonna start getting the MFL going here. We'll get all the paperwork signed up and all that shit, and you should expect a check in the mail in 4 to 6 weeks. Don't worry about it.
All right, nice.
All right, perfect. I'll put you right to work. Mixtapers, make some noise. Featured guest of the week, Eric from The Curse Within. Make some noise, everybody. Oh, dude, this has been a blast. I'm fucking smiling. I forgot for like 17 minutes that I had a summer cold.
Oh,
yeah.
great.
So the whole back half of this, I had forgot entirely that I was sick. So thank you. You made me feel better, buddy.
No problem, man.
Oh, man. Mixtapers, sit tight. We're going to be doing a deep dive on The Curse Within. Buckle up, because it's about to get fucking intense in here. We're turning the dial back to the year 2001. So jump in the time machine with us, and we're going to have some fun. We'll be right back.